guys and dolls, today I'm going to be sharing with you a fall look that I think is perfect for this time of year. It's sort of a sophisticated way to wear color, and I realized that it's kind of a strange contradiction to see somebody who has pink and purple hair talk about, you know, sophisticated makeup, but I honestly wear makeup closer to this that I usually will wear like rainbow colors and stuff, because this is a wonderful way to wear color that's still edited enough to where you don't just look like I threw on blue eyeshadow today. This look is actually kind of a twist on the look that I did last week, which was the No Mirror Makeup Challenge, which I did using the Sigma Paris palette. So I used this palette again, but I sort of switched it up. In the original look I used Notre Dame, and this one I used Triomphe for the lower lid, and I applied it wet to get the most, you know, pow color out of it, because I'm a big fan. I mean, even when I'm going subtle, I still want color impact. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and if you'd like to learn how I created this look, let's get started. To start us out today, I'm going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I want to apologize for the state of my nails. In fact, this whole, my index finger is completely devoid of polish. Does this ever happen to you when you like are using, you know, you paint your nails and like a few days later, one whole nail chips, like all the polish just comes up? It's very odd. I use C-Sweet as a top coat. I wonder if that is the culprit. You guys let me know in the comments below if you guys also have similar issues. Okay, so now I'm going to put down like a smoky gray taupey kind of color as a base for my duochrome shadow, because it's going to give it kind of a more layered luxe look. I don't know. It just improves the color as far as I'm concerned. What I'm going to use is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Mushroom. This is actually an eyeliner, so I'm going to have to kind of go over it quite a bit to get the color all over the lid. So I put that all over the ball of my lid. Now I'm taking a Sigma P80 brush and just smudging out the edge so that there's no like harsh line where it ends, because that can really jack your look up when you have a creepy, weird, well, it wouldn't be creepy, but just like a weird hard line in the middle of your shadow. I used a specific color, and I think that this pencil might even be limited edition. You can use all kinds of different colors to create an interesting effect under this kind of duochromatic shadow, meaning that it kind of shifts to two different colors. You could use a teal or a maroon or a black or a white, or you could use all kinds of different bases and things like that. So for our shadows today, we're going to use the Sigma Paris palette, and I have to say that I think that the slipcover for this is actually cuter than the palette itself, and normally a slipcover for a palette is something that I immediately toss away, but I've actually kept this one because this is just so cute. I don't know, I dig it. Okay, as I said, we're using the Sigma Paris palette. We're going to start out with this shadow here, which is Ulysses. I don't really speak French very well. My mom is probably mortified because she actually does speak some French, not fluently, but she does speak some French, and my French is atrocious. But anyway, I got that on a E25 brush, which is sort of like a flat, fluffy brush, and what I'm going to do is readjust my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rock that in my socket line. You can see I'm holding the brush really close so I have lots of control. So I know exactly where that color is going, and it's not going to, you know, flutter all over the place and end up, you know, at my temples or something. What I'm doing by placing this burgundy color in the shadow is not only creating the illusion of depth, you see how my crease looks deeper on this side than this one, but also this color will play really nicely off the duochrome shadow that has kind of like a teal burgundy to it. It'll be a nice effect. Burgundy is one of the it colors for fall, so I feel like this makeup is definitely in trend. I'm just giving that a nice soft edge there. I don't want it dramatic in shape since the colors are already a little bold. And this is a makeup that I think is like very sophisticated and sexy in some way. That's how I feel about it. Now I'm going to add a transitional color between the burgundy crease and what I'm going to use for my highlight. I'm going to actually use the peach shade from this palette, and this is a brush from a brand called Furless. I'm still in the testing phase of their brush set, and just blend and blend and blend. Now, because the lid is going to be super glossy, I want the highlight to be completely well, not like super like dry matte, but I just want it to have like a not shiny finish basically. I'm going to take MAC's Vanilla eyeshadow. Ooh, let me get that in frame. Vanilla eyeshadow right there. So I'll start the vanilla shadow right there at the peak of my brow and kind of work it in there so that way I have the highest concentration of color right there at the peak. And then I will grab just a little bit more product, and then I'll start to share the love with the rest of the brow, and then come around the edge of the shadow just to soften everything. And it gives it just a more blended look when you kind of are layering shadows on top of one another. And then I'm going to come back with that brush that I used to apply the transition shade and blend the two together. If in the process of doing all this you ever notice that you kind of have taken something too far in or whatever, use a dry Q-tip as like a magic eraser to sort of get rid of any little funniness that you don't want, or if you took something down a little too far but you don't want to go in with makeup remover and harshly remove it, you still want to maintain a soft edge. What we're going to do now is apply an eyeshadow wet, and I get a lot of questions about applying eyeshadows wet, and generally what I'll show you guys in my videos is me using Fix Plus because this is readily available and it's just convenient. You can just sort of spray it on, done and done. What I'm going to use today is MAC's Mixing Medium. This is a pro-only product, but you can buy it through their 1-800 number, which I will have in the description box for you. So what I do is I just mix up the mixing medium until it's nice and shook up so I know that it's all, you know, mixed in there. And then I get a couple drops on my brush, and then I'll take the shadow. Now you don't want to do this with a matte or satin finish shadow because you can ruin it, but with any kind of like shiny or pearl shadow you generally can apply them wet and it makes them just look so glossy and fabulous. So I'm going to apply that all over the lid where we applied the mushroom taupey shadow or liner earlier. Well, shadow. Sure. Triumphy. Yeah, whatever. I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. So, place that on. It's like you're painting on liquid eyeshadow paint. It's fabulous. Then what I like to do is set it with a little bit of dry shadow and a fluffy brush. Just pack it over. And then use that fluffy brush to blend the edge out. You can see I'm blending that into the burgundy in the outer corner a little bit, and because the burgundy goes well with that duochromatic, it makes it so easy to do a look that looks really, really sophisticated. I don't even know what I'm just talking out my ass. For my eyeliner today, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Eyeliner Serum stuff. And just a heads up, I use the shade Ultra Black. A few people have commented that they bought the black one, and it's not very black. And I agree. The regular black is more of like a charcoal color. You gotta get the Ultra Black. So I'm just applying a thin layer to the lash line. Nothing terribly fancy, no wings. Now when you're working with deeper colors like this or anything that's shiny or where you do a lot of blending or anything, you tend to get fallout, and it's really best to actually do your eyes first and then do your face after. So I'm just taking a little bit of a makeup wipe. I sort of cut mine down so I don't use the whole thing, just to wipe away fallout. And I'm just going to wipe away very gently. I don't want to disturb this outer edge here. My concealer today is the MACPro Longwear, and I'm just using a flat brush to apply it, and then using a kind of stiff, almost like tiny kabuki style brush, blending that out. For my cheeks today, I'm going to use the peach blush that we used also in the crease today to kind of tie together the look. That's just like in general a great way to pull together a look, is to add your crease color, or rather to wear your cheek color in your crease. So I'm just placing that on the cheek, and this is also another one of those furless brushes. And then I'm just putting a little bit of rouge over that because peach is just a little orange for me, I think. Then I'm going to take the highlight shade in this palette, Lumiere, I believe is how you pronounce it, and place it right there on top of my cheekbone. And I'm also going to do a little on my chin, just a hint on my nose. My mascara today is by Clinique. It's called the High Impact Curling Mascara. It has this kind of curved wand. This is a tubing mascara, and what that basically means is that when you remove it with warm water and it comes off in little tubes. and I find that this type of mascara is the most smudge resistant, so it's my favorite. Now you could leave your eyelashes with just the mascara. I want to do false lashes. These ones are from Sugar Pill, and I'm not entirely sure what the name of them is because my package isn't labeled, but I will of course have that listed on the blog with all the other products used today. Go ahead and carefully place those on the lash line. Alright, I just want to add a little punch of color at the bottom lash line here, so I'm taking another of the Urban Decay 24/7 pencils in LSD, and I just have to ask, anyone else when they hear LSD, do they now think LSP, as in the Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time? I don't know, is that just me? It's important to mention that I'm not putting the color in the waterline, and I'm not taking it all the way in either. Now I'm going to take a pink champagne color in my waterline, and then I'm going to set the champagne color with a shimmery champagne pink. This is Floof from MAC. I'm also going to use that color right here on my inner corner, and the brush I'm using for this is an E75 from Sigma. See how big that makes our eyes look? And then I'm just going to trail whatever's left on the brush to meet the blue liner. Now it's time for lips! I don't know why that makes me so excited. For lips today I'm going to use the combination I was wearing in my hair dye video that I made the other day, but on camera that time it looked very, very peachy because I was filming at night. Hopefully now it'll turn out correct. I'm using the Too Faced Perfect Lips Liner in Perfect Pink to line and fill my lips. Now that my lips are all filled in, I'm going to take I Want Candy lipstick. This is slightly warmer than the lip liner, but other than that they're about the same. Like, see? I love it. And I think that it's a great lip color with the eyeshadow because it is bold, but it's not like wearing red lips with a dramatic eye like this, which I think you could do if you want, especially like a dark vampy lip with this would be so sexy. So there you have it. That is my look using the Sigma Paris palette. I think that this palette is really beautiful. I especially am in love with Triomphe or Triomphe, or however you say it. Even though there's lots of colors with sort of like a red-brown slash teal duochrome, I still feel like this one's a little different in that it has more of like a grayish teal, and then the red-brown isn't as strong, so for me personally it's a better color for me to use. And then also it has little glitters in it, which I think kind of make it special. And that's kind of the same running theme for all of these. A lot of them have glitter in them. I also think that Notre Dame is really, really interesting, and Louvre is very, very bright and intense, and it's actually a really good palette. I'm quite impressed with it, and I think that the gurus who were involved with it did a wonderful job creating the colors and everything. So anyway, I hope that you're having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Remember to just be yourself. See you, bye. Special effects. Special effects, special effects, special effects, special effects, special effects. I can't even say it enough.